Hey everyone, my name is Jamie. I have chosen to do my tutorial for my screencast assignment for the Oldsmar Elementary School. Here is the website that I have been able to locate. Everything on here seems pretty easy to navigate through. Your first page obviously has your home, information about us, academics, different clubs and activities, resources, how to get engaged, and the school calendar. We'll get to all those later just to kind of show you just the home page. There's some contact information. When I click on this, I've noticed that I go straight over to the actual secretary. The reason I know that is because I actually have spoken to her. This is where I'm doing my internship this semester for my 15 hours. So I do know that that's the school secretary. So you can directly send an email to her just by clicking that button. You can also report your child's absence. I think that is an awesome tool to have. Sometimes I know me personally, I do forget sometimes if my son is not feeling well or not going to school, and it is nice to know that I can just click on a button instead of making a phone call. Let's see, they have lots of little different shortcuts here, different summer reading, report bullying, beyond the classroom, different things that you can learn that is outside in the home, different ways that you will be able to, bring that information home and be able to study it at home. Lots of online learning tools. They have the lunch menu so you know how to prepare for, packing your child's lunch or if they're going to eat school lunch that day. They have a student calendar, different financial reporting. Overall, it seems it has right here the dates, upcoming events, different Donuts with Dad and Spirit Nights and spring pictures. So, just something that when you look on the website, it's just something that you will be able to capture and, be able to write down at that moment. So I think that's really awesome. They even have a Oldsmar Elementary Facebook. Seems like everyone's going to Facebook these days. So looks like they have some spotlight information over here. They have their goals, which is looks like reading, math, science, positive student behaviors, lots of different little things here on just giving you kind of like a welcome page here. Let's see here. So there's some information if you click on About Us. There's the principal's message. Easy to see, who the principal is, learn a little bit about him. If you click on here on his email, it's actually going to shoot over to send him an email. So that seems like that's pretty easy contact in order to stay in touch with the principal if it's needed. They have the faculty and staff. I did play around with this a little bit before, and I'm actually going to be interning with a second grade teacher. So I was able to go over here, click on her name, which is Mrs. Kerberger, and right there I was able to go ahead and send her an email just to kind of, greet myself, let her know who I am and that I'm excited to be able to come on board on the 6th to do my internship. So that seemed like that was pretty easy to be able to get into contact with different teachers. The only thing that I did not notice when I was going through here is that it says the different grades and the different information about the teachers, but sometimes it doesn't say what they specialize in. I did notice that if you click on here, there are some other ones that you can go on to if it's just music, just PE, the speech and language. But even clicking on, let me try the 4th grade. Clicking on 4th grade, it just kind of gives you their email address, but doesn't give a little story about them that I actually haven't been able to see. Let me see if I click on here. So that's one thing I'm not seeing, and I did play around with it a little bit before, so I'm not seeing that it's really giving too much information, a little bit of background about them, which I think that would be, pretty nice to have just to kind of know the person a little bit before you go in there. You want to know where, how long did your kids' teacher study for? Were they a teacher somewhere else? Do they have a family? And, are they from the area? So it's just kind of nice to get a little bit of a background. Some other stuff that I saw different things here about the academics, which is the student logins. And this is a thing that's, I know for Hillsborough County, it's called EDSB. and maybe for Pinellas as well, but just kind of gives you login information and how it's going to follow them through their schooling. Different clubs and activities. They have over here like the Battle of the Books. They have a STEM program, which I actually thought was pretty cool, and an Odyssey of Mind, which I thought was actually really awesome. So I've never heard of it before, but I did read about it, and it's an international creative problem-solving program that encourages students in their learning by allowing their knowledge and ideas to come to life in an exciting, productive environment. So they have two teams that are made up of fourth and fifth graders, and each student on the teams earn the spotlight and participating and trying out. So I think that's something that I would definitely be interested in learning more of, even when I'm interning, just to kind of have more of an open mind and see different things. You can go on to different type of resources, library, media center, food services, walking route, which I thought was kind of cool when I did click on that. Just gives you different ways on how you can get to the school. What's the, walking route. It's just always nice, especially when you have little ones and it's scary out there. So I think that's pretty cool to have. Let's see, they have school supply lists. So it has your main year for your kindergarten, first grade, all the way through on different things that they would need. So that's very helpful. And of course, whenever you go to meet with the teachers on that first week, that first day, they, always have their own type of list as well. But it's kind of good to have just an idea of what you would need. Different ways to get engaged. They have the PTA, the SAC, and volunteer. So lots of different things there. They have a calendar, which is going to just kind of give you a little bit more information when there is no school, when there's spirit night, when your report cards are coming out, which is great. My son always wants to tell me that report cards are coming out the next week, even though the calendar says they're coming out this week. So it's always nice to see that, so you can kind of come back and be like, no, I know it's supposed to be here. So that is my screencast assignment going over the Oldsmobile Elementary. To me, I really think that the way that they presented everything and the way it looks is pretty good. My only thing that I would recommend is having maybe a little bit more information on the teachers. I am a little unsure which grade I kind of really do want to go for at this moment. I know that my band is between kindergarten and sixth grade. So I look forward to internship with some different grades and different teachers throughout the next few years, just to kind of see where is going to be the best fit for me. So I'm very excited and hope you guys like the tutorial. Thanks.